Welcome in this new video where we're going to talk about the Emphase extension widget configured as View. It is strongly recommended to have seen extension widget video set as Explorer. Let's start with an overview of the features. The View mode could be presented as an enhanced version of the Explorer mode, which allow to share content via an existing Emphase view. Let's pick up our story where we left off. We used the Explorer mode to share 17 documents related to CBH International. Recall that we used the Share in Hubshare property and the Hub GUID to define the documents that should take place in the Explorer widget. Since the View mode is an enhanced version of the Explorer mode, then let's try to replicate that result. From Emphase, we created a view with the same filters used in the Explorer widget, where documents with shared in Hubshare metadata set to yes are grouped by GUID. Quick note, it is recommended to log in to Emphase as the service account and create the private views, which will be fully designed for Hubshare. Now, let's open the GUID corresponding to the CBH International Hub. Perfect. We have our 17 documents. The Emphase view ready, let's use it into Hubshare. Let's proceed as usual with the extension widget. Of course, this time, we're going to select the View mode. Here we are. As you can see, it is very similar to the Explorer mode, with the same options. So everything we saw in the previous video is also true here. Since we are going to use the Emphase view, we have to define what kind of object will be displayed as the first level. In our case, documents. It is just an open text box. Then, we have to look for the view we prepared for that use case. The view named by Hub GUID. Then, of course, we have to select the virtual folder related to this hub, so related to CBH International. Perfect. We have the exact same result as the one with the Explorer mode. But let's improve the config, as we do not want to have to select the GUID for each hub we will have to create. Let's proceed step by step. First, let's select the grouping just above the virtual folder we selected previously. Excellent. Now, the challenge is to make, in sort, the widget dynamically select the appropriate hub GUID virtual folder, the one corresponding to our hub. Let's introduce the view filter. Thanks to this functionality, we can select between the virtual folders listed those we want to keep or exclude. In our case, we will keep, we therefore use the equal operator, the virtual folder with the name, the GUID of the current hub. Index 0 means this filter will be applied to the first, 0 means first in IT, the first grouping displayed, in our case, the list of the GUIDs. The last step is to see how to automatically land in the content of this selected virtual folder to provide a good user experience. Once again with Hubshare, it is as simple as tick a box. Again, it is recommended to use the presented approach with the pre-filling rather than manually selecting the expected virtual folder. Because if you do this, you will have to do it again for each hub you need to create. With this method, you will only have to do it once in the hub template. So, we just reproduced with the view mode what we did with the Explorer mode. Now, let's see what is the benefit of using the view for the end users. When we have a lot of documents to share, it's good to organize them rather than displaying everything flat. As you can see, I just made a new grouping by class in our Emphase view, and automatically the changes are reflected in the existing widget. Eventually, we can just rename the route of the breadcrumb trail to reflect what is displayed first. You understand that with the view mode, the changes you make in the Emphase view will be propagated to all existing hubs using this view. We saw in the Explorer video that users can search. I would advise that search only searches within current content. However, if I enter the name of a document present in one of the virtual folders, I have no return. But let's redo the same search within the virtual folder. As you can see, it works. We quickly saw the view filter. Let's go deeper, since we made a second level of grouping. Imagine that among the virtual folders, we want to keep only sales invoice. We could do so. The grouping by class is the second level. The first being the grouping by GUID, even if it is hidden. So the ID is 1. Let's put the name of the folder we want to keep. We could even do the opposite, display everything but sales invoice. Of course, we can have more than one filter per level per ID. In this case, we're going to display everything but sales invoice and statement. In the view mode, there is also the possibility to select from Emphase the metadata that will be displayed in the widget. As with the Explorer mode, you have to turn on the option to share metadata, and then enable this functionality. The Emphase selected column will be replicated into the widget. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next one.